Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a bit different today. We're going to go for a live stream on this particular episode, only because quite often when I record these videos in the past for a Buyee auction, you kind of see them a couple of hours afterwards. So I'm hoping that if anybody sees a particular watch here during a live stream, they can certainly jump on board and go take a look. So we're going to spend some time talking today about some of the expensive watches, right? Always interesting to look at some of the expensive Buyee watches that come out. We're also going to take a look at some of the more interesting Buyee watches as well, because there's a few there that I wanted to sort of step you through. So without further ado, let us jump over. I've got Shockbase loaded up to help us go through and have a look at some of these particular watches. But let's start off in the expensive group first. So I've chosen, now of course I could go out and choose all of the expensive Buyee watches straight away, but I wanted to select the ones which seem to have some aspect of bidding action. And for me, one bid means that watch has actually got some market value because somebody is prepared to pay the price. Quite often we see watches on Buyee where they're insane prices, but nobody actually bids on it. So there's no real market demand or market value. So we're going to start off with the watches which do have bids. I have one in this list which has 0 bids, and you'll understand why when you take a look. It is insane. I would not recommend people go ahead and actually buy the watch, that's for sure, but interesting watch all the same. And also one thing before I do get started, as always, I've been told to please tell what I'm wearing. So today I'm rocking the G-Shock, can't even sit upside down, but the Hong Kong Fire Services Department G-Shock Rangeman, which is one of my favorite G-Shock watches. The Rangemans are always great, popular watches. Again, my hope is that we'll see a revival of the traditional models. So let's jump in. Here's the first one. It is an MRG. Of course, the MRGs are always very, very expensive. This one going for, right now, current price of 1.2 million yen, so about $11,300 Sing. Buyout price is, well, a little bit over twice that actual amount. And this is one of those cool MRGs. They sort of talk about the models where it's got that very high-end feel, high-end experience. This one we can have a look at has that sort of carbon fiber. Let's check out what the price actually is at launch. And this is where utilizing Shockbase is obviously going to be very, very helpful here. So if we jump in and do our search, this watch, inspired by Japanese katana swords, we come down, no prices. So let's check out G Central and see if they have a price. I do like that watch. It is a very cool watch. Limited to 800 pieces with an expected price of $8,000 US. So it's probably about $10,000 Sing. I want to sort of say that's about right. So 8,000 USD to SGD. Let's have a look. So $10,500. That's what we're kind of looking at in this particular price range. So all the features. It has multi-band 6 Bluetooth, touch solar. I mean, this is an MRG. And of course, an MRG is going to be the highest end. I mean, we've seen the articles where these particular watches are manufactured in a very special place in Japan, and only certain people are allowed to work on building these watches because of their high levels of quality. So, you know, at this particular price, 11,000, it is over the actual value when it came out right now. And you know, 3 bids, so obviously people are looking at this particular watch. There's some interest here. Second up in expensive department, same watch again. So we have the B2000JS, this is Czech, B2000JS, so the same watch again. This one currently at 32,000. I'm guessing the person who made this particular bid probably was hoping they were looking at the other watch here, which is a lot cheaper than what they're bidding for. Current price on the watch there, 32,000. Current watch there, 11,000. So almost 3 times cheaper than what the other person was actually spending. But if you want it and you really need it, then great, go ahead and actually go for it. I wish I had that amount of money to throw around on a watch, maybe one day. But two MRGs of the same type actually have bids in the high-end market. Third one, I kind of like this one. It's got the gaudy gold, 300 pieces. This one, as we sort of saw, was 800 pieces. This one is 300 pieces worldwide. An MRG. This one's currently going for 5.6k Sing, 600,000 yen, and one bid. So again, someone has bid on the watch, which infers that it has value on the marketplace. So this is the 20th anniversary of MRG watches. As we can see, a very, very gold watch. Sort of got that beaten look, which I'm assuming that when we look at that one on Shockbase, you'll sort of get that sense. So this is, I believe, the beaten look of the watch itself. Let's just jump in and copy that particular model and jump into our favorite database here. This particular watch, traditional crafting techniques, which has the hammer tone. So like we said, price when it came out, $6,200 US. And the current price on Buyee, $5,610. So this one is currently under the retail price that it actually came out at. And from a feature set point of view, I mean, you know, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a MRG, multi-band 6 tough solar, no Bluetooth. So this came out when? 2016 was when that watch came out. The other one that we looked at just before came out 2024. So probably why we actually see Bluetooth in that that other one versus the gold one there. But the gold one is kind of cool. Like that's a cool looking watch. I like the goldy look of it. It looks a bit gaudy. A little bit of scratches and damage on it, but it's not overly terrible. Certainly the other ones look very cool. The back end of that looks good. It actually looks very well maintained too. That might be the reason why this one is so high, but it looks like the plastic and the seals haven't come off. Same as this one, although they might put it back on. But yeah, the gold MRG currently priced under the retail price. Someone's going ahead and actually catching up, so they might get lucky from that point of view. Last one in the expensive category, and this is my what the hell sort of watch find. It's really, really expensive, and it just looks ugly as all hell. And it's an aftermarket modification. I'm not saying I can do better. I've done some aftermarket modifications, but this one is just absolutely insane. Don't put your money on this one. It is a Casio G-Shock DA2100 Moissanite Diamond Custom Silver Watch, Casio Jewelry Hip Hop JP the Wavy. It's harder than most Japanese watches to be able to go ahead and actually say, but this is a very, I don't know, this is a terrible looking watch. I mean, it looks underneath. It is a GAB 2100 by the looks of it. What is interesting about this particular watch is that it almost looks like there are a couple of different watches here. Because what you can actually see, this is just full black. And this is similar to the watch that I actually have, one of my first G-Shock watches I purchased. The second one, you can see the difference. This is a black day indicator. This is a yellow day indicator. So they've obviously made a few of them. This watch, $4,600 Sing, 500,000 yen for a watch which just, it's a terrible looking watch. And I don't expect anybody to go ahead and actually purchase such a thing. But you know what? People go build it. They put it out there. I guess if somebody's crazy enough to go ahead and actually buy it, so be it. But very, very interesting watch all the same. Just please don't buy that one. Okay, let's switch over. Let's have a look at the watches in sort of the reasonable price category, which I thought looked pretty interesting on Buyee today. So Starting off, and this one has 4 hours left on it. This is a Golfmaster, bright yellow Golfmaster digital watch, which looks really cool. I've seen some of these in Japan when I've sort of walked around and had a look at them, and they look fairly robust from that point of view. Current price is $231 Sing. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at what we're typically looking at in this particular watch range. So it would be this yellow one here, 2014. So it's an 11-year-old watch. Price-wise, 57,000 yen, and the current price is 22.5. So this particular watch, it's under half price for what the actual watch is, and the quality of this particular watch does look pretty rock solid. When we have a look at it closely, it doesn't look like there's too much in ways of damage. It looks like it's fairly well maintained. Going back and having a look at some of the features here, multi-band 6 tough solar, no Bluetooth, but you would expect that for a watch which is about 11 years old. Not a bad little watch from that point of view. So that's an interesting watch if you want to go ahead and actually have a look at something in that sort of color, that Golfmaster range. It's a very interesting one. Second watch, which I thought was interesting, this is a MRG, a first generation MRG digital. So if you wanted a piece of history, I guess you could actually hunt this down, an MRG digital watch. This particular watch is going for right now 20,000 yen, 33 bids. So a lot of action on this particular watch. 20,000 yen, $187. I think if we go have a look at the cost of this one when it came out, let's jump in and have a bit of a squiz here. Let's just make sure we're looking at the right one. That's the silver on silver. It's probably this one here. November 1996, and the price was 50,000 yen, and it's currently going for 20,000 yen. So no wonder this one's sort of moving fairly quickly in terms of pricing. 33 bids, 5 hours remaining at 20,000. It's one of the original MRGs, which you can go ahead and get your hands on. From a maintenance point of view, it's a good-looking watch. It still holds its look and appeal. There doesn't seem to be much in the way of damage, so not a bad watch. Feature-wise, fairly early on. Okay, so no battery, no solar, no multi-band 6, obviously, but a pretty cool watch all the same from that point of view. So let's keep moving. We're going to go quick on this one. I thought this was interesting. This is a cockpit series. I haven't seen this particular watch before. I certainly haven't seen a G-Shock watch with such a bright red on the actual watch with the silver. It's got some damage, no doubt. Like, there is some damage here to the actual watch itself. I mean, you don't even have to zoom in. You can see the scratches and things like that. But this is a really striking looking watch. I mean, look at the fonts for the actual numbers. Very bold. Interesting watch. Now, what I would say my concern would be for this is that all of those digital displays are blank. So this could be a dead watch on arrival. Currently not working. So don't buy this watch if you want to go ahead and actually use it. It does not work, but it does look kind of cool. From a curiosity point of view, I don't think I've ever seen this particular watch before. So it's going for $15, 30 bids for a watch that doesn't work, which is kind of curious. Maybe it's for a collectible. Maybe somebody wants to try and fix it. But here's the original watch. Came out in July 2004. And the price it came out at was 24,000 yen. So interesting watch from that point of view in terms of what's actually going on from there. Did we just get disconnected? Current price low and recommended. Okay, I'm hoping that we're still going, but we'll have to see what's actually going on. Raw dog, so easy to spend money doing this. Yes, indeed. it is very challenging from that point of view. We're just checking on our stream now. We appreciate it if anybody on the stream who's actually watching it can tell me, are they still seeing me coming through? Because it does say that my bitrate is lower than recommended, which kind of seems strange considering we're on a very high performance connection there. Let's just go ahead and actually check. I guess this is what happens when you do live streaming. You get all sorts of things going on. We've got a fast connection. We will keep going, I think, and just sort of make sure that we can still go. Stream settings, stream health. Well, it says still good. So I'm going to keep going all the way to the end and I'll review this. Hopefully it's still working. Okay, Raw Dog, thank you so much. Loud and clear. You had me. I was worried then about how things were actually going. So we're still good. My appreciation to you for supporting and giving me the live feedback as we go through. So let's go back through. So we talked about the Cockpit series. Interesting watch. Did it actually come under any specific model or series? It didn't. Looks like a fairly unique particular watch on that one there. I've got too much stuff on my window here. Let's go back over to this next one. So this is an MTG, and I haven't actually seen this MTG before. It kind of has an almost Tiffany blue color to it. It's got aspects of the Gravity Master, like, you know, the ones where it shows the planet and sort of the globe. It's not really doing the same sort of thing, but an interesting sort of watch. This is an MTG, 45 bids right now, 6 hours remaining on it. Let's just go through quickly and have a look at the price of this particular watch. So we'll come down here and have a look. And so what we can actually see, and I can't see my chat for my studio, so that's a shame. I wish I could go ahead and actually see it. I've got to practice more. This came out in September 2016. Price was 200,000 yen, and it's currently at 72,000 yen. So we're looking at a watch which is a lot cheaper than what it came out at. From a time point of view, this is a 2016 watch, so about nine years old. MTG, we'd see some good features here. Multi-band 6 and tough solar. That's kind of cool. What's G Central got to say about it? New G-Shock MTGs. I've seen this red one a lot, but this blue one is kind of unique from that point of view. This black and rose gold one looks fairly nice. I like that one. This one I've seen a lot of. But this one, a silver and blue theme, is a very nice watch as well. So, you know, that's a kind of cool watch. And what do we sort of say here? The price of this one was about 200,000 yen, and the current price is going at 72,000 yen. 45 bids, 6 hours remaining. So obviously, a very popular watch for people at the moment. Let's keep moving. MRGs. God, I love MRGs. And one day I am going to own an MRG. One day. What this one is, I've seen this one around a few times, the black and red ones. Looks like it's in pretty good nick. I mean, if you're going to go and have a look at an MRG, you want to make sure you're spending it right. There looks like there might be some chips around the edge. So it's been a little bit beaten around, but still looks pretty solid from a watch point of view. Currently 121,000 yen, 99 bids. So it's a fair number of bids that are actually going on in there. Let's go take a look at this one. I would have to think that this would typically be up there in the price, like 10,000 maybe. That might be an exaggeration, but let's go down and have a look. April 2017, price when it came out, 330,000 yen, and it's currently at 121,000 yen. So it's just over a third of what the actual price was. So that's not such a bad deal to be able to go ahead and get a hold of if you're willing to go ahead and actually spend that amount of money. I mean, right now we're looking at $1,200, which is really good for an MRG watch. So that could be a good deal if someone's looking for one from that angle. Jumping ahead, I saw this one, the Gravity Master GRB 200, 17,000. So current price is 174, 52 bids, 6 hours remaining. Pretty nice looking watch. It sort of has those aspects of it which look like a Mudmaster, but this is the Gravity Master. Now, if we go through and take a look at the pricing on this bad boy, Gravity Master, it's probably that black one there. Price came out September 2020. Price is 50,000 yen. Bluetooth, no tough solar, no multi-band 6. So Bluetooth, interesting. Don't see too many watches that are Bluetooth without tough solar. So that's an interesting sort of thing to go ahead and actually see. At that price, we're looking at 26,000 yen, and this was 50,000 yen. So about half the price to go on this particular watch with 52 bits to go. So interesting one there. A couple more watches to look at. Here's another one. This is a early stage MRG in a nice sort of look here. It's a analog with a bit of the digital in the watch itself. So if we go through and have a look, this one's $30 Sing, 7 hours remaining, 58. Is it still working? It doesn't actually say. I've checked the basic operation. I can set the time by receiving radio waves, adjust the hands, turn the light. So it looks like it's still going okay from that point of view. Now, when this watch actually came out, let's have a look here and check out the pricing. So we'll do a search on that particular MRG. October 2004, and the price was 50,000 yen. It's currently at 3,000 yen. So that's a huge price difference in terms of what it came out at and what you could actually buy it in the market. I don't know if I'd buy it. It's not necessarily my look and style, but again, if you're looking for something which was kind of along the lines of history that you would like to be able to actually hold on to, one of the early stage MRGs, like the pricing, 50,000, October 2004. So this is a 21-year-old watch, which is kind of cool and interesting from that point of view. Okay, 3 more watches. Frogmans. I love a good Frogman. And this one looks very similar to what I have. This watch does look like it's taken a fair beating. So you can see the price here, 54 bids at $245. So this would be, pretty easy to say it's way under the normal price. But when you look at the actual quality of the watch, it's taken a fair whack. Now this is interesting. This is the watch itself, but did the band look different here? It's a black band on the actual watch itself. So that's kind of interesting. Maybe the models are a little bit different here. If we go through, have a look, it's the red on black. But those models don't necessarily match up to here. It's indicating this particular model. It's still a red on black, but the band is different. So maybe whoever's owned this particular watch before has actually changed the watch, changed the band. That's probably why it's been beaten around a fair bit. But price-wise, if it does line up, this particular watch went for 99,000 yen, and this one is going at 26,000. So it is about a quarter, maybe a bit less, a bit more, quarter of the actual price of what's actually going on. Another MTG in that Tiffany blue, 41,000. So again, not too bad a price. This last one I thought was kind of cute. It jumped out at me. This is a G-Shock Golfman, very, very bright orange, multi-band 5. So this is obviously a much older watch. Currently going for 6,000 yen, $56. So I can't expect too much from this particular watch, but I am curious about it. Like I say, it's a cute looking watch from that point of view. Let's go have a look. September 2008, Men in Rescue Orange Golfman. Multiband 5 Tough Solar. This actually is a really cool kind of watch. If I were to go ahead and actually sort of pick what not to buy, this probably is my other spectrum of what to buy. Now, looking at this particular watch, 51 bids currently on the actual watch right now. 3 days remaining, only at 6,000 yen, so $56. This will be one to go ahead and actually watch. We'll go ahead and put a watch on the particular watch itself. Oh, I have to go ahead and actually log in. But we'll make sure we keep a watch on this particular watch, no pun intended. But that's actually a nice watch. So from the Buyee watch hunt, my watch go-to today could be this one. It's a good looking watch with good quality. What's on the back there? That's kind of cool. That is I wonder if we can get a look. I did not notice that on the back. There's no pictures of that particular back of the watch. What is that? It looks like a turtle. Maybe it's a turtle on the actual back of the watch itself. So I don't know, I might have to go and have a crack at this particular watch myself. I'll probably get in trouble for it, but it does look kind of cool, right? So anyway, look, my tips for watch hunts of today. I think this G-Shock Golfman, very, very cool watch at this particular price, $56. That's a cool one. My suggestion for watch not to buy, maybe just to point and laugh at, is this DA2100. I'm pretty sure they've put the D in there to say diamond, but it is a GA2100. Watches are famous for being worn by Japanese rapper JP the Wavy. Interesting watch. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today. This has been a great experiment. Obviously, looking at it, 2 concurrent viewers. For both of you who have been with me for this this stream, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I want to try something different. Maybe we can do these sorts of live streams like this a little bit more because we get to see them happening live. I'll put all of the links to the watches in the description of the video afterwards. So thank you so much for joining me today, and have a great day. Bye-bye.